Dan Reichert.
Yes, Jeff Grubb.
And Mark MacDonald.
Hello.
How's it going? We are going to talk about Lumines Arise while Dan plays it for us. This was a quick look EX, and that means we had to bring in some help. Mark, you work on this game. You work at Enhance. Let's get the basics out of the way first.
The important thing. Let me just test this here real quick. Rock
Please.
chalk.
Jayhawk.
Okay, we got it. There we go. Fellow KU alumni, Mark MacDonald here.
So I'm getting the sense you guys went to a similar school.
The same school, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the exact same school. All right.
Yes.
I want to say
go
up top, Jeff, thank you for pronouncing the game name correctly. By the way, one of the most fun things about the announcement was all the different ways. Apparently, people pronounce Lumines, including Lumines.
Nope.
Lumez,
Nope.
it's all over the spectrum, but you got it. You nailed it. Lumines
Literally the
Arise.
first time anyone's ever said I pronounced something correctly, so I really appreciate that. It's okay. So Lumines. So you get the other common ones are Lumines. You get a lot of that.
There's like 12 different ones. We did a little video about it, and it like sparked a thing where a lot of people don't know. So yeah, it was one of those things.
They were kids and they only ever read it, and yeah, I get it. It totally happens. I remember playing Call of Duty and everyone calling martyrdom Martydom every time I was online. That was a fun one. Made me want to pull my hair out. All right, Lumines Arise. Like I said, let's get the basics out of the way. The game's out November 11th. The Steam demo
Correct.
and PlayStation 5 demo is available now through the weekend. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, we have it 1 week, and I know a lot of people are talking, some people hate the time limited demo thing. I totally get that. One of the things we wanted to do is there is multiplayer we'll go into. There's like the 3 single player levels there in Journey right in the middle. But then there's also multiplayer. And so in order to get people like concurrency, to get people playing each other to test the matchmaking and stuff like that, we kind of, limited it like that. But yeah, maybe we'll do it again before launch or something like that.
Should I hop right into Journey, you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. On the PSP, I was not the biggest PSP guy, but the original Luminous is the one that I like. Leaderboard level obsession. Like, I'm going to go really hard on this one for sure.
Nice. Oh, good. Yeah, so definitely let's watch the tutorial because... There's a new mechanic here too that it teaches, and we're actually pretty happy with this. Like, not everybody got original Lumines. Like, it has tons of fans, totally love it. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody like, yeah, I know Tetris, I love Tetris, but it never like clicked with me. Like a couple of the basics of Lumines where you can break the blocks apart and kind of how it works they take a little bit of time to get, unless you like walk somebody through it, like hopefully we do here.
I find that it's the timeline thing that a lot of people struggled with when I would try to explain this to people is like,
That's
it's clearing when the
me.
line goes over,
Yes, that's what unlocked it for me. I was definitely one of those people that was like, I don't really get it. I didn't give it a lot of an opportunity to win me over. And then I tried Medios. I'm like, this Medios makes a lot of sense to me. I don't need Lumines. And then now seeing this, it's like, I definitely want to play it, but I still don't get it. So I sat down with you at Summer Game Fest. It was really understanding that, that timeline is like the key interactable.
Timeline is the key, and everything's based on these like 2x2 blocks. That's what the game counts as, like a clear, these 2x2 blocks, but you can make them bigger and bigger, 3x3, 4x4, or oblong. And that's basically what you're doing, matching up the light colors before that timeline goes across to the beat, and it's going to clear out like any 2x2 blocks that
I'm about to show
and then
up.
you have these chain blocks.
Yes,
which
this is Grubb. This is the most satisfying thing in the world when it's all these that are connected, and then oh god, look at that, they're all connected.
That's my favorite too. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
You can make these kind of like layer cakes. It's a whole different way of playing. Like some people make like these little layer cakes of the different colors so that when you're waiting for that chain block, when you get the chain block, it clears all one color. That triggers a combo with the next color.
Oh, that makes sense. That's cool.
Now this is
our new
thing, right?
the new hotness. Yeah, this is burst mode. So yeah, you activate this by hitting both trigger buttons after your percentage there at the top of the timeline gets above 50, and then once you activate it, a combo that you have. Basically, it chooses one of the colors where you have a completed block, and then you're just dropping as much as you can while that timeline passes. You see it's 3 now. There's going to pass 2 more times. There you go. Nice. As fast as you can, you're just glomming on other blocks of that same color, sticking them to the sides or the top of it, what have you. That's a very nice burst, sir.
Thank you.
That's very, very respectable 98 burst.
Digits.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
all the blocks, Meteor style, the blocks that flew up off now come crashing back down and make kind of a secondary combo out of it.
So now here, I remember the tutorial mentions that so it's not at 100% right now, but if I just need to get out of a jam like this, I can use it, right?
Correct. So see that 50% that was going across, that part, you can trigger it at 50%, but as you keep clearing lines, that'll go all the way up to 100 when it turns into a max. And then, the longer, the higher that number, the longer again, very, very nice burst number. The longer that you wait, longer that the burst is going to last, the more passes of the timeline that you'll get, but you can hit it at 50 if you, like you say, if you need to get out of a jam.
Okay, so the higher the number, the more times it'll pass, giving you more opportunity to create a higher burst number. And then when it finally counts it, is it like when the timeline moves fully past the entire burst block?
It's that last burst, when the timeline gets to 0 on the last pass, then it counts at that time.
Cool.
And that's, the idea is that burst can be thing for points, or it can be kind of an escape mechanism if you kind of get in trouble.
Now, this feels so natural to kind of get, I hope it's not reductive to call it the Tetris effect treatment, but, because the original Luminous kind of did that, the shifting aesthetics and music and things like that, this just seems like such a no-brainer for this,
100%. Absolutely. We're super happy. I mean, Tetris Effect is super popular. We're super proud of it. It like you say, it's interesting that Tetris Effect people called Lumines Tetris.
Right.
Now,
sure.
Lumines Arise people are calling, because one is kind of feeding into the other, and Lumines always was musical Tetris. It actually started as a Tetris game. Mizuguchi-san, my boss, the ex-Sega guy, wanted to make a musical Tetris for the PSP, which was pitched as the next Walkman at the time. The PSP's original thing was hey, it's gonna be a Walkman, but it had CD media. It had really great music, and so he's hey, I want to make something for this new visual Walkman. Let's make a musical Tetris game. Stuff happened with the Tetris license, or didn't happen with the Tetris license, and then they ended up coming up with Lumines. So it's ironic and appropriate now that I think things are coming back around. And it's using a lot of the stuff we learned from Tetris Effect, about how to kind of set up the game, even original Lumines, you finished a level which is called a skin, and then you'd go right into the next one. Right. It was nonstop. It was boom, 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 boom. And one of the things that this is doing is similar to Tetris Effect. It's giving you a little breather between stages and saying hey, this is where you're at. This is how you're doing. Here you go. Here we go. You got this down.
Oh, man. I did not practice beforehand. I just played the tutorial, just so you know. Oh, shit. That's the wrong... That wasn't connected. Damn it. Okay.
So there you go. So as you're doing it, it's ejecting the other color blocks the more that you can stick to the main kind of cluster. There you go. And it'll kick them out, and then cool. You come back down.
Yeah, I remember I loved it in the PSP one, where it's because they were so identifiable, all these different skins, that at the moment it switched to one, and it's oh man, I never see this one. I must be doing good. It was just so readable without having to look at numbers and stuff and see how many lines you'd cleared or whatever.
Right. And that one, the base was kind of survival. At least first time people playing it through was I want to get through all of the stages. Right. Let's see kind of how far I can get. So it was a little bit different in that sense, but this game does have a mode. I think it's called challenge mode. I forget what the final name is ending up on that, but it does have a mode where it's hey, one playthrough until you get game over, see how many of the levels you can get through. But in general, it's just more about these stages are more, ornate, and there's one of the things people like from Tetris Effect was there's some, for people who want it and want to see it, there's some storytelling, I guess, for lack of a better word, in some of the stages. If you want to just chill out and enjoy the music and whatever, that's fine. That's great. It's there too. But like one of the things that this does, and counting the squares does, is it allows kind of the stages to evolve as you play them, and the music does too. Everything is kind of changing as you go along.
Oh, I love the look of this one. This one's great.
Yeah, I've loved the look of everything I've seen so far. So, Mark, you mentioned it that as a little bit of storytelling that was in Tetris Effect and Tetris Effect Connected, and it was almost like there was a theme. There was something to be like the game was trying to convey something. Is that represented here as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the vibe, like there is a lot of similarities. So same team that made Tetris Effect. So you're going to see a lot of similarities. Again, like I talked about, some of the structure, how the stages are set up, and they kind of evolve a few times as you play are there. But I think that where both games have a mix of like kind of lean back, relaxed stage, and Tetris Effect had a few stages where it got kind of intense and you were lean forward, but mostly Tetris Effect was about like this inner journey, not to get too, out there with it, but it was kind of like about this getting zen and like getting in the zone and kind of flow state, and doing that through this kind of relaxed vibe. And this one, given the history and pedigree of Lumines, has much more of like a night at the club kind of.
Yeah, the tempo seems higher for the music, right? The beats per minute is maybe a little bit higher. Is that kind of was that a conscious choice? You guys were like, we want this to feel more like upbeat.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so there is both in Lumines, just like there was in Tetris Effect. But I'd say, if it was like 70-30 in Tetris Effect, where it was like lean back, relaxed to lean forward, like intensity, it's kind of inverted in Lumines, and it's much more like, lean forward, active, and that matches the gameplay is less cerebral and more kind of instinctual. Like you just you don't have much time. Timeline is going, it's clearing stuff, and so there's not as much variety in the pieces either, right? There's only 2 colors in the pieces, but there is a lot of depth to and strategy to how you set up your layers and stuff like that. But also, it's much more like you're playing on instinct and kind of like hopefully more active and kind of leaning into it.
So when it comes to like having a more upbeat, faster paced feeling to the game, how does that figure into like finding the right music for what you guys are putting in there?
Yeah, so the same artist, Hypnotic, is doing the music for this one, and I think that it was again, like one of the things about Hypnotic, I'll call it they, because it's mostly attributed to one guy, but there is a second artist that contributes to it. They're really good at all genres of music. Like to me, it's amazing that all the music in Tetris Effect, because it covers so many genres, was made by the same people. Right. Oh, now here we go. Here we're in the chameleon
lizards, folks.
But those people are totally capable of this style of like more up tempo, like house beats, music and stuff like that. So it's just really cool to see their tracks and how they evolve.
Yeah, that's amazing.
They'll make a kind of a scratch track, and then the art team will come and hear stuff, and they'll put stuff in that reacts to that, and then they'll give it back to the music team, and the music team hears it or sees what they're making, and then they come back with, they change the music, and just to watch that kind of like all get tossed back and forth. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Plus.
What the hell?
But yes,
wow.
so there you freed some Lumi avatars that we talked about. One of the kind of things that you're doing in this game as you go along when you're playing well is you're kind of like building a little community, and that pays off in other ways, hopefully later in the game. And right now it's kind of like, oh, what are these people like flying out? But it'll make sense in the final game, along with your avatar there, your Lumi. It's Lumi, Loomii, Lumi avatar. There on the right is something that you'll be like unlocking pieces for, able to customize in different ways, including how they dance and that sort of thing. And then when we get into multiplayer, like that's kind of the idea is like it's more shown off there.
Did I? Am I correct in saying that is Astrobot a Lumi you can get in some way? Is Astrobot involved?
Astrobot, yes,
Oh,
that was really cool of Sony. So yeah, our digital deluxe version, which went up for pre-order same time that this demo came out, has 4 avatars. 3 of them are from our previous games. There's a Tetris Effect blockhead, a dog from Humanity, and like a res guy,
of course.
And then we were lucky enough to get Astrobot is going to be one of the exclusive avatars that you can get from
That's
the
really
digital
cool.
deluxe edition. Yeah, which is like $5. I think it's $5 more, $5 or $6 more. The game is $40, and I think digital deluxe is like $45.
That price, this game having its a legacy on handheld devices, is it really nice to like have the Switch 2 ready to go right when this thing's about to launch and have the Steam Deck out there hitting its stride? Is it just nice to have handhelds that this thing can go to at this point?
Big time. Like Lumines Remastered, which we put out like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, did very well on handhelds. Like we see it on Steam Deck and on it. Given the legacy, I think it does still have that in a lot of people. So the PlayStation Portable, we've made a lot of options for that as well. Kind of very cognizant of the fact that a lot of people it has this portable legacy, and so some of the options, nice. There you go.
Rank.
Good moves.
S class.
I'm going to retry this ranking registration so I can show off my S. Damn it. Well, I guess I can try to show off in multiplayer here, right?
Yes, yeah. But back to the handheld thing. So there's some options where you can zoom the camera in a little bit more. You can make the text a little bit bigger. We're really kind of sweating the handheld experience for both platforms, both for the PlayStation users and for Steam folks. And yeah, I play it on my Steam Deck all the time. It's been really nice to be able to just test it on that.
Yeah, at this point, you guys have a lot of experience of putting out games on a lot of different kinds of devices. I mean, not just different screens, but like in VR as well. You guys, I feel like you have a good handle on making sure that your games can fit onto these different devices in a way that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and in VR, actually, you bring that up. Communication error.
Yeah, I'm getting this. I had the issue with the upload too, so I wonder what's going on. Wait, am I able to? Or is it closed off? Might be closed off.
Let's try it out.
Okay, maybe it's letting me in. Let's see. First, turn up the heat. The same concepts and everything here in multiplayer, right? Nothing different. Oh, wait, garbage blocks.
Well, it is
icons.
Yeah, it is different than so. Lumines has never been like a multiplayer first game, and we want to at least change that ratio. We want to really prioritize multiplayer communication error. Yeah, you might want to just restart the whole game.
Okay.
It's probably our best bet.
Be fine, yeah.
But it's always been there have been different multiplayer modes, but the original Lumines had this kind of tug of war battle where the better you did, it kind of moved this line in the middle back and forth between the two players. And now this one is the first one that kind of embraces the kind of garbage block meta. So known by Tetris, but in a lot of games, Puyo Puyo, etc. It does it in kind of a different, unique, hopefully interesting way. But it's the first one where there can be this kind of, I think, much more direct back and forth, and hopefully some comfort level from people who are familiar with other competitive multiplayer games, but also a little something new.
I gotta say, I have not seriously played Lumines since the original release. I know you got maybe an XBLA thing, or there's the remastered one. So I've dabbled since the original one, but playing that journey just now is the most I've played probably since the mid 2000s, and it just came back immediately. And I'm remembering why I love this so much. Oh, I think I'm on now. I'm good.
Nice. Okay. Can you
That's awesome to
share
hear
it with us, Dan?
Oh, sorry, it's not in the Discord. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
1 second, folks. Sorry about
And then on the VR tip, by the way, so this demo does not have VR because it didn't make it in time, but the full game will have VR.
Okay,
like you say,
great.
we have that legacy with Tetris Effect, and so VR optional, both on Steam version and on the PlayStation.
Oh, at
version.
launch?
So now, at launch,
Nice.
So this part right now, you're waiting for. Okay, you just got match made, but you had that thing where we wanted people to be able to do stuff while they were waiting to be match made. So we could talk when we come back to the lobby about the different stuff that you can do. But you'll see here, like, there's the 2 stages there at the bottom that we're going to go through. It starts off, it's just kind of the musical theme. In the final game, you'll be able to customize your music. So who's ever winning, the kind of music goes towards person who's winning, and you could set the music yourself. You unlock it through beating the stages, cool. And you could set the music like, hey, I want this to be my theme when I'm winning. Nice. We're gonna hear more of like my music. We'll see if Crunch Bogus here, how well they.
Uh-oh. Pressure's on here.
So that's garbage blocks there as you're clearing stuff going down on the side, and how you clear the garbage blocks is by clearing blocks next to it. So if
I see. Okay, so I should be focusing over here a little bit. Got it.
You can or you can't. If you want to just keep focused on the middle and build your meter, and then wait and hit, first, and then try to do that, or there's all kinds of different ways to go about it. But
yeah, so
people are good, by the way.
Yeah, Dan's building his meter faster than they are, right? Dan's Crunch Bogus here, 76. They're 48. Why is he building his meter so much faster?
Yeah, I'm Crunch Bogus.
That's right. Nice. Oh, you're doing great.
Oh, good. I've not looked at his. I'm afraid to look over there.
Oh, you're doing good. Yeah, you almost got your meter up. Great. You guys are not badly matched.
Is that because Dan's just dropping things faster and getting these smaller 2x2s, and so so that's zooming him up to 100. Yeah, now you're at 100, Dan.
Okay. Well, then let's go nuts. All right.
There we go.
Oh wow. Yeah, that felt good.
Let's go nuts here. Okay. There.
Okay.
There.
Actually, watching you, Dan, is I'm kind of learning a little bit more about the game. He's putting down these blocks, and if they're of that color, of the opposite color, that's not part of the burst, it's sending them up into the sky.
Yeah.
Are those the ones that come back? Okay. Yes. All right. I get it.
That's right. Yeah. And the more that you add to the block, like if there's some of the opposite colors stuck to your big burst cluster, if you can get other of the same color, it'll eject those out.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's feeling good. There we go.
Beautiful.
I'm back.
On a clinic, I get my ass kicked every time. Like from the right when we put the demo out, I've been playing this for, years now, and people are good. I've been shocked.
Dan's is also new prescription meds, so he's juicing.
Yeah, I'm on ADHD meds now, so I'm good. It's PEDs.
Yeah.
There's a event this weekend too. We have something kind of similar to Tetris Effect, like the Lumi weekend Lumi Live. Anyway, all multiplayer that people play goes towards like kind of a communal pool, and you're working towards like a point goal. And some stuff happens in the lobby depending on how well people are doing.
You're gonna make girl reach Mars or whatever it was, Nobi Boy style.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. That kind of idea. And the little avatars start dancing together and doing all kinds of fun stuff. But that'll happen this weekend because we need to test it. Honestly, hopefully it'll happen this weekend. But yeah, that'll be something that happens every weekend, and people who take part in it get like another reward. I think so. Hopefully, like a little extra impetus on the weekend for people to kind of pick the game back up.
How are you feeling about rhythm games as a genre these days? You guys are holding down the fort. How do you feel about the rest of the space?
I think there's big players in it, but I think it's kind of stagnant. I don't think there's been a lot of. I think there's the giant kings of the space, and then everybody else is afraid to get into it, or maybe it's that the genre hasn't had enough new stuff lately, so people are like, well, let's just not mess with it. I think there's outside of a few cool, interesting indie stuff, which there always is. I don't see a lot of stuff really in the space these days. Puzzle games, same thing. Puzzle games, everybody just decided, okay, puzzle games are mobile things, and they don't have too much of a budget, and they're like built on these very addictive, very fun to play mechanics, and there's some really, really great games that do that. But we're always kind of sad that it got abandoned as a more like, robust, high production value, something that a team spends a team of people spends a few years doing, like we've done with this. And you got him.
Do I? Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. He's
okay. I was getting hairy for a little bit there.
He's eking it out. No, you got him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's got nowhere to go. That's good stuff.
It comes right back. It comes right back. It's like riding a bike. I love this.
So you're earning points there, and a little bit of the currency. That purple stuff is the currency in the game, which don't worry, there's no microtransactions or anything like that. But you're able to use that to unlock some of the stuff that's not in the demo yet, different challenges. There's a whole bunch of single player other modes and kind of little mini challenges and things that are meant to teach you some of the more advanced ways of playing the game, but also using the making it fun, basically, to learn kind of some of the more advanced techniques. So in here, some of the stuff you can be doing while you're waiting for a match to be made is checking out. It pulls in, if your friends are playing the game, it pulls them in. Otherwise, it'll pull in random people. You can't do it in the demo, but you can look at people's stats here. You could challenge them to a match directly if you want to. That glowing green thing in the middle is where you would go to kind of do use that currency for a kind of a gotcha mechanic to get random avatar pieces. And that little arcade machine that you touched before is again, this is just kind of something you can be doing while you're waiting for a match, but you can be practicing your burst. So when you activate that arcade, it just puts you into a level with a full burst, and you can just go to town on it. The other doorway to the left is a couple different multiplayer modes that are leaderboard based. So basically kind of like different style of score attacks, the leaderboard league right now. But there's two other multiplayer modes we're excited to show later. One of them is one of my favorites is actually in there, is still locked. And like I say, a whole bunch of other single player modes and kind of mini challenges and stuff to be playing when you're not online.
And did you say this is where we would see some of the collective communal aspects of everyone working together?
Yeah, so if you come back, if you're here this weekend, I think the U.S. time, it's like, probably Friday evening to Sunday evening. It's the same time globally, so we kind of shifted. It might like run into Monday, but if you come back in here, there'll be a different little intro that tells you what it is, what you're doing. You'll kind of see the score total in the corner of how much the community has done up until that point. And then, as you take part in it, you'll feed into that. And then hopefully as the weekend goes on, and it's a hard thing to predict without knowing how many people are going to be playing and how much they're going to be playing and whatever. But like, God willing, the community will actually achieve the goal, and you'll see some stuff happen there in that lobby, just kind of like little fun stuff.
I mean, there are people for whom, Lumines is their game, right? There's people that are just going to want to show up for forever. So I think they just got to get a few others in there and they can make it happen, I'm sure. Mark, is there anything else we should touch on? Anything else that you guys worked hard on, you guys want to make sure people know about before we get out of here?
I could just touch on a couple last things, actually.
Please.
Back in the main menu, Dan. I can just explain some of the things that are disabled in this version, but will be there in the full one. So
great.
There in the upper left, that's playlist. So this is something that's been in previous Lumines before, but as you unlock stages, right, and you just like, I just want to play the low-key stages, or I just want to play all the high-intensity stages, or I really like this stage, I want to repeat it, whatever. So that's just like your Spotify playlist there. Missions down there in the lower left, that is what I was talking about. There's like two types of ones. There's these different modes, single-player modes, but also these challenges to unlock with currency and, again, get other rewards. And then that's mostly it. Up there in the upper right corner is that gachapon, just another way to get to it. And actually, if you open up options, Dan, I know the most exciting thing to show people and to talk about are options in video games. But there is something I want to highlight here. So one is, just going down Yeah, we're enhanced. We have to have our multiple levels of vibration.
Of course.
If you go to the next tab, if you, accessibility. So here, that thing at the top there, no stress Lumines. For people who just really want to vibe out to the game, this is something we're really interested to see how people take to it. Yeah, people who are like, I suck at this, or they just can't get over like the initial hump. We wanted to have these different layers of like removing the game over, removing that the blocks fall after time, like try these different things. I'm gonna try to meet some people halfway. Camera distance, that's the type of thing where if you're on a Steam Deck or a handheld, you can have it near. We kind of are going deep on these accessibility options because also some people are like, hey, I had this with Tetris Effect too. It's like, this is too crazy. I don't want all these wacky effects and everything. I don't want the screen to shake and to do whatever. So we're going deep on these kind of options for people who are like, I just want to play Lumines. Just show me the thing. Don't give me all the fancy particles and whatever.
Should I try turning off everything and then hopping in?
Sure. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
And there's some color blindness options, and we even have the. Some people have noticed there's like the snake filter.
Oh yeah.
Spider filter. People who have that, phobias, especially in VR. That's something in VR which is like really can freak people out.
I definitely
we wanted to be sensitive to that.
I definitely like tweaked the view distance stuff in VR. That helped a ton. Okay, so this is just this is the tutorial, and then okay, so this is just straightforward. All that stuff turned off. Oh yeah.
So yeah, some of the stuff you'll notice. Some of it you won't probably like. There's some subtle stuff that goes on that won't go on now, like the screen when you clear a block. Normally, it changes the zoom level, and some other things happen. Yeah, you can tell it's much more straightforward, much less effects when you're clearing blocks, like just kind of toned down for the pure meat and potatoes for the people who want that.
But the gameplay, I mean, it's still got bursts, it's got everything. It's
got everything, yeah,
okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Interesting.
And then if you go into that no stress Lumines, that's where it actually changes the rules to like, no game over, no blocks falling on their own, etc., like that kind of stuff.
Nice. I can see myself using that a lot, like, because when I'm going for like serious like leaderboard stuff or speedrun stuff, like with Astrobot, I turned off all the vibration on the controller and stuff like that, just to kind of like pare it down to the bare essentials, which I'll probably do that.
I totally get it. Yeah, like I said, we had a lot of people. That was one of the first things that we added from feedback, I think, to Tetris Effect was like, okay, some people just want the blocks to be the flat ass Tetris colors that they've always been, just want to see want to play really pure, quote unquote, pure Tetris. So yeah, and then controller, keyboard customization, nice. All that good stuff.
Mark, I'm gonna play the hell out of this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I got the demo downloaded as well. I'm gonna play it this weekend and looking forward. November 11th.
Awesome. November 11th.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll be coming back with more. We'll show off all the rest of the stuff for a proper preview closer to launch. All those missions and some of the other multiplayer modes and all of that stuff. So there's a lot more to the game. The journey mode 2, I think, is 35. We're saying like 35 plus stages. I think that just means like the multiplayer modes and stuff like that. So a few more than Tetris Effect, but there's a lot of content in there.
It's awesome. Mark, thank you so much for hanging out with us and showing us off Lumines here. We really appreciate it, man.
Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. I'd love to come back. Closer to launch when we can talk about the full game.
That would be awesome. We'll definitely make that happen. Thank you, Dan, for running us through this as well. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back next time. Take care of yourself. Have a good one, and goodbye.